Hi, my name is Rachel Zelon, and I am here today with Jodel Pierre, Country Director for HRI in Haiti. We haven't provided you all with an update on our activities in a couple of weeks, and we thought this would be a great opportunity to hear what is going on and how we are addressing a multitude of issues both as it relates to COVID and the pandemic and as it relates to long-term sustainability and assistance to people who are very, very vulnerable. So let's start with Jodel. Can you give us a really quick update on the situation in Haiti right now, both official and sort of what's actually happening on the ground, because that can often be very, very different. So that would be great.
All right, Rachel. Right now, the situation is becoming worse because officially the government said that we only have 1,036, but we know with an epidemic of fever going on, and this is more because people are afraid to go to hospital because this is our culture. People don't usually don't go to hospital, and at the time of COVID-19, they are much more afraid to go to hospital because they believe that if they go to hospital, they're gonna give them a vaccine, and they believe that this vaccine will kill them. So this is the situation right now, and we don't know exactly what is going on. We don't know exactly who is infected or not because we don't have a lot of tests to test everybody. So we don't know exactly what is the situation. But from the government, officially, we only have 1,036 people infected.
All right. Well, I think that that's probably an underestimate, but that's where we are. So tell me, Jodel, about an initiative that we are about to launch that takes that through which we're reaching out to people to sort of demystify some of these rumors and to provide sort of some support for them. Tell us a little bit about that new initiative because it's interesting.
All right. On Monday, we're gonna start a new initiative where we're gonna call people, not only to talk about COVID-19, but also to support them in such a way that they can overcome, for example, the stress associated to it, and also provide them with appropriate guidance because this is a gap that we realize in the government approach. So they don't support people at all. They just issue news about who is infected or not, how many people are infected, what is the situation, how many people died, how many people recovered, but they don't have any infrastructure to support people at this time of stress. So with this initiative, we're gonna call people to provide them with guidance and also offer our support. Our social worker and myself will be available should they need any additional support related to the stress and the trauma. We're gonna provide them with also ideas on how to entertain their household because at the time of confinement it is really difficult for parents to be good parents because they don't have to stay at home, they don't have to go out all day. So we're gonna provide them with some techniques and tips so that they can entertain their family and keep them healthy.
Great. Yeah, no, it's a really, really interesting and good initiative because we know that people feel very alone, very isolated. And if you're not getting good information, which so many people are not, then it's important to feel that somebody is reaching out and there for you. So I love this initiative. At the same time, it will allow us to collect information so that we'll be able to see, where some of the hot spots may be and we can get more involved. Really quickly, before we go on to other COVID initiatives, tell us really quickly if how we're doing with the orphanages. Are we still able to get the food that they need? Are we working with them also on the prevention and protection aspect?
Yes, regarding the orphanages, we continue with all the activities that we used to provide them. For example, we continue with the food distribution, providing them with water, propane, and also the health aspect and wash in general. We have our nurse going regularly to orphanages to train orphanage personnel and also the kids on how to keep them healthy by appropriate hygiene behavior. So yes, we continue with the working with the orphanages, and also we will be distributing more masks to orphanage leaders so that they can, they are going out, and then we don't want them to bring the COVID-19 in the orphanages. So we'll be providing them with more masks so that they are well equipped to protect the children inside the orphanage.
Great. That's really good. And I know that the supporters of the orphanages will feel very relieved to hear that we are able to continue that work. Now, let's talk very quickly again for a couple of minutes about the different initiatives that are underway, that continue to be underway, and how we are reaching more and more people.
Yeah, so for example, in HI, we're trying to support people in a sustainable way, because we don't want just to give them away, but we want to transform their situation, and then also for them to participate in transforming themselves. So we started a lot of initiative to help our beneficiaries and communities overcome the difficulties related to COVID-19. For example, we trained a couple of our beneficiaries on how to prepare detergent and Clorox. There's a high demand for these products, so they can prepare them and sell them in the market to generate income for their families. So that's one thing. And also we'll be providing them with more materials and products so that they can continue making masks, because there's also a high demand for masks. It is one of the best ways to protect themselves too. And we have the calling project, where we're gonna call people to tell them how to provide them with guidance first, and also to collect information on how they're feeling, what are the beliefs, and how they can overcome the difficulties and trauma associated to the COVID-19 and the confinement. And we'll be providing them with some techniques and tips on how to entertain their house, specifically the kids, because they don't go to school, they don't usually go anywhere. So there is a potential for bad behaviors inside of the house when 4 or 3 people are staying there without going anywhere, and also there are poor people without eating well. So we'll be providing them with some very good advice on how to do that. And the best thing in this in the approach that we'll be using is we'll be open to more people. For example, after the call, we'll ask them if they have other people that may need our support, and we'll call these people and provide the support too.
Yeah, no, and that's so important now, because people really do feel isolated. They feel, they believe rumors because they're not getting good information. And this is great. And I love the fact that what we're doing is sustainable. So, the detergent making, people need detergent today, tomorrow, and well after the pandemic. So this is something that, as you said earlier, is definitely sustainable. Now, can you tell us, I know some of the hand washing stations are already out there, and we're planning to put more throughout the community, another 100. So what's the experience been so far?
It is a very good experience, as people put the wash station outside of the house, not for their families only, but also they were open for the community. We'll continue moving in that direction, because we're distributing more in the community, specifically targeting more small businesses because of the, people usually go to buy something to eat, a cornerstone for the hand washing strategy. So we'll be distributing to the restaurant, to the markets too, and also we'll be targeting at the families so that they can put them outside of the house for people to wash their hands. So
Yeah.
associated to the mask and also the detergent project, the water station is one of the best initiative, and you will see that every initiative that we are implementing complement each other in the fight of COVID-19 and will give the families opportunities to generate income so that they can take care of their families. So this is really important at this time because people are losing their job, they don't have any opportunities right now. The government is not doing anything for the poorest of the poor. Even before the COVID-19, it was very difficult, but now it is worse. So bringing this initiative to the communities are like will be life saving and also will help them overcome most of the difficulties that they are facing in their day-to-day living.
Yeah. No, it's great because what we have are sustainable projects that simultaneously address the issues of today. Hand washing to keep people safe. You've got masks to protect themselves and others from spreading the disease. You've got detergent and disinfectant that people can use again to protect themselves and their families and their homes. And over time, all of these things are still needed. So it's amazing. It's great. And then on top of it, the phone calls, reaching out, touching people, virtually over the phone, letting them know they're not alone. It's a huge thing. And I think it's great. And I think that our supporters will feel really excited as I am about it. And I thank you. And I will be back to you for more updates in a week or two.
All right, Rachel, it was a pleasure. I would like to thank the donors because the support that they are providing is really important and life-saving to our beneficiaries because we are experiencing a lot of difficulties in Haiti, and they are very grateful to the support, and they are very excited to the new initiative because they will have something to protect themselves and generate income for their families. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Take care, Jodel. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.